Hi, welcome to Smax Tutorials. In this tutorial we'd like to show you a bit more about the web builder system, where we build the pages from a drag and drop editor, but we'll go into more detail on this tutorial. This is a really lovely part of Smax software, and we're really happy with this, and this enables you very quickly to get a really beautiful site up and running super quick. So let's go into it. Let's see what we're going to do. So the first thing, let's go for an introduction into what our aim is. This is we're in the admin, obviously. I just wanted to show you the different parts. So we'll click this button here, and this now goes to our website, previews our website. So let's click the button there, and now we're going to have a look at our beautiful website here. So we can see here we've got example, some news, our title, we've got this summary, and we've got this block here, which is the main text goes here. Okay, and this is a slideshow. We'll look at that in another tutorial. So let's head back now into the admin, and we can see the example, the summary, and main text goes here. Okay, so we can see where we're getting the data. The data is input in here, and then it's put on the website. So it's very easy to manage. And in a previous tutorial, we looked very basically at the editing, text editing. We've got two text editors. One is the WYSIWYG editor, basic, can't really drag anything at all, and then we've got our drag and drop editor. We click this button here, or we click it up here. This is not highlighted, so it's not active. We've got to click that, and then it switches the editor to our super duper drag and drop editor, which is what now we're going to look at. So with this editor you can do absolutely everything. Okay, we can take the text, we can color the text, we can change the font of the text, we can change the font of this, we can look at the source code, we can copy that, let's copy it, we can delete it, and you can do all sorts of stuff with it. This is really powerful. Our advice is to keep the fonts kind of similar. I mean, this is just not going to work with your website unless you really want to highlight something. So we tend to keep the fonts. We tend to not change the fonts, but you can do all sorts with this. So you've got bold, you've got underline, you've got headings, different fonts, ordered lists. We've got area here where we click on here, and we've got a link, so we can add a link to the page. We can add a link up, the link will open a new window. So these are all quite nice areas here. So for the moment though, we're going to delete this one, and we're going to look at images. Okay, so at the moment, let's drag. We have all these categories here that allows us to quickly select the layers, because we've got layers with text, we've got layers with image and text, we've got layers with circles, we've got layers with buttons, we've got display layers, all sorts. There's hundreds and hundreds of layers here, tables. So it's a nice easy way of selecting the layers by this drop down list. So let's select a text and image block layer. So these are all the ones we can choose from. So we're going to select this one. So this is what we see here. Okay, let's remove this one here. So this is what we have. We have our heading, bit of text and an image. Okay, so everything that we're happy with we need to save. We can click save here, or we can click save here as well. So let's click on save here, and let's now jump into the website to see exactly what we're going to be looking at. So here we got our image, main image, slideshow here, which will go into another tutorial, and then we got our block that we've just added. We can have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of blocks. If you've got enough content, the blocks are there. This one has a shadow over the image. You can see that. So each block has something a little bit unique. This one here we've got a caption. This one's got rounded corners. This one's square corners. It's very, very powerful indeed. So now let's look at how we change an image. We've looked at how we change the text. Let's look at how we change the image. So we click on the image here, and then we select the image. Now at the moment we're using our external editor, Pixabay, which is the world's ultimate external image library. 1.6 million beautiful pictures on here. So we're going to go for this one. So we're looking here, we can see this as a landscape image. We need to be making sure that when we upload the image it's a landscape. Okay, there's no point having a portrait image in here, it's going to look really weird. So we need to make sure it's landscape. Luckily the system works for you. The system will decide which is the best way of cropping. So we go OK, and there we go, we've got our image in there. Looking very nice indeed. Okay, so now what we'll do is we've looked at external library. So now what I want to do is to look at our library. Now we go to our library, Files Manager in Settings, and you know I've uploaded loads of images here over the testing of this, over the showing of videos. We've got different folders in here. I want to use these, you know, because these are special to my website. So we can upload from here. That'll be another tutorial. We'll look into file upload another time. But I want to use these images to select. So let's now do that. So we go into Settings, Setup, and we go into Text Editor. And we can see here we've got External Library Selection in Drag and Drop Editor. I want to go to use my stuff, my images. So we uncheck that box and then we save. So now when we select an image here, I go to my files, which I've uploaded in here. So now let's see that working. So I'm back in my example news item, and we're going to select this one here. Okay. So now let's have a look to see the difference. So now we've got a different scenario, a different page that's come up of my images. So notice that we're looking for a landscape image, because the image that we need to replace is landscape. So we'll choose this one. We select. And we can see that the crop area is defaulted to landscape. You can override that if you wish, but it's best to keep to the system because the page will be very tidy indeed. So now we need to crop that and then save and then OK. So look, we can see that's a lovely image. We've got rounded corners in there, all looking nice and neat. But this image, wow, we need to do something with this now. So this one, the height is wrong. It's not looking tidy. Let's save this while we're talking. So now we need to do the same with this one. So let's choose another one of my images on here. Yeah, this one looks good. That looks a lot of fun. Select, and again we've got the landscapes. It knows that the image we're uploading needs to be landscape. We can move these crop handles. It will always be defaulted to landscape so that everything is tidy. Crop that one and then save and then OK. and now we can see we've got these two images perfectly lined up, and all is nice and tidy. So let's now look at some other images. Let's look at let's remove this one. We've shown you how that works. We can remove that one and save. Let's look at another image we've got here. Let's have a look here. Let's look at text image blocks, and now we're going to choose let's choose a portrait image. So here now we want a portrait image. We wouldn't want to upload or choose a landscape image, because that we're expecting to have a portrait. So we're going to now click on here, and we're going to choose most of these images are landscape, but you'll see now how this is going to work. So we would normally choose a portrait image if we're going to have, if the placeholder's portrait. This one looks kind of a portrait. Let's choose that one. So we can see now we've got the placeholder's portrait, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. So we crop, save, okay, and we can see now we've got the right sort of image for this placeholder. So all is good. So let's do a square image. Square image is the same thing, exactly the same thing. It's expecting a square image, so we'll have the placeholder as a square image. We can try that. So we're going to do again this one, select, and now we've got a square. So we're going to crop that, crop that, crop that, and we've got a square now. Perfect. So all these placeholders here, you can see here we've got 4 squares. Each one of these will be treated in the same way. Each one you will have to select a square, and it will automatically default, so you don't have to think or worry. It will all be nicely tidy for you. So in here, let's look at some circles. Now circles, the way that the circle works, we need to upload a square. If the square is not uploaded, then it's going to look really weird. But the system is all on your case on this one. This is all automatic. So now we're going to choose this one, and we're going to upload an image in here. Okay, oh yeah, let's choose the sun. Well, that's a nice round one. Let's select, and now we can see we've got a square, because it has to be square to give a rounded rounded thing. So let's now go into here, let's scroll down, crop. We always need to crop, we always need to click the crop button and then save, and that will then put that perfectly in there. Lovely, that is a lovely image. Then we'll do the same again here. So we'll have these both exactly the same, looking exactly the same. So now we select, and we've got a sort of a rounded image. Well, not really, no, but this one will do. Select that one. Same again, square. Nicely, we can move that around to get that exactly centered. Yeah, I like that. Always click on crop and then save. Okay, and now we've got 2 beautiful images here that are exactly in line. Lovely shadow. We can obviously change the text on here as well. Okay, so well, that all looks great in the admin, but what does it look like on my website? There's the question. So now let's have a look and see our beautiful edits. Click on this button here. It gives us our preview, and we can see, yeah, we've got some lovely images. A square image there, portrait image. Okay, but what does this look like on a iPad? Well, let's have a look. So now we're going to now slim down our page to an iPad. It's probably there, and let's have a look at what we've just done. Nice, yeah, all looking good. And now we'll slim down even more to a mobile phone, and let's have a look. Yeah, I like it. All good, all good, all good. So we can see that the editor and the layout system. And the layout system, every layout, every block that you choose in here is perfectly built for mobile, tablet and PC. There is nothing that doesn't work. It all is designed for this. We've got loads and loads and loads of different, got rounded here, we've got a button here. We could spend hours on this tutorial, we really could, but you need to know that everything that you want to do, you can do with this system here. It's very, very powerful indeed. We've got tables, we can directly change the content in the table, and well, you've got all sorts. You've got separate, you've got maps and a map. It's all sorted, so you never need to worry about building a page again, and super quick. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a real pleasure to explain some of the advanced features of SMACS CMS. We love this very much, and we know that it's going to really supercharge your website in minutes. Thank you for watching.